This is the third video for Excel 2010 in the Go book, Chapter 3. We're on page 385, Activity 3.10, and this involves using Goal Seek. And they want us to go to cell A17, which is right here, and we want to type Goal. Okay, and then once we've typed that in, we want to merge and center from columns A to D. And we want to apply the heading 3 cell style. So go to our Home tab up here, go to the cell styles over here, and we want heading 3. And then go to A18 and type goal amount. And then we want to select from C9 to D9, which is, let me see, C9 is here and D9 is here. Right click and choose copy. And then we want to go down to B18 here, and we want to right click and we want to do a ordinary paste. Okay. And I'm going to hit escape. We still got the dancing line that'll stay there for a while when you do a cut or a copy, and escape will make it go away. And now if I look here, the formula is still B18 divided by $C $11. So now I'm using this number, but I'm still dividing by this. If I double click on it, you can see what the two numbers are. Here's the blue one, there's a thick border, and there is the green one up there. Okay, now we're on number 5 on page 386. Be sure cell C18 is the active cell, and it is. On the Data tab in the Data Tools group, what we want is we want to do some what-if analysis, and we're going to choose the Goal Seek option. And what we want to do is we want to set a specific cell to a specific to a value. And the value we want to set it to is 8%. And the cell we're going to change is going to be cell B18, which is this number right here. Click on OK. And it changes that number from 27 million to 19,831,774, and we're going to click on OK here. And now at the top of page 387, we want to select A18 to C18. And we're going to go to Cell Styles. Again, on the Home tab, go to Cell Styles over here. We want to go to the Themes. We want 20% accent 3. That'd be this one right here. So it puts a little yellow box around everything. Click B18, which is this number here. And we're going to make it currency with 0 decimal places. That is an option here, right down here. We also could have accomplished the same thing by just clicking on the $sign up here and then decreasing the decimal places twice. Okay, and looks like Excel is having a little bit of a problem redrawing stuff for me here. I'm going to scroll up and back down, and there. I just forced it to redraw everything by doing that, and now it looks like it's going to be okay. Okay, so that takes us to the end of 3.10, and we're going to save our work. And now we're on activity 3.11, preparing and printing a workbook with a chart sheet. With our worksheet displayed, okay, that would be this one right here. And we're still having some problems here, so I'm going to just minimize that and maximize it again, and now it looks like everything is being drawn correctly. So I want to double click sheet 1. We're going to change the name of it here. You can either right click on it and choose rename, or just double click and type on top of it. We're going to type on top of it. And we're going to select sheet 2 and sheet 3. I'm going to hold the shift key down when I select the second one to select both of them, and we're going to right click, and we're going to delete those sheets because we don't need those. And now we're on number 3 on page 387. On the Insert tab, click Header and Footer. And it changes us to our page layout view, and we've got 3 areas up here for the header, and I'm going to scroll down here. We have 3 areas down here for the footer, and we want to go to the left section, and we want to insert. Now go to your header and footer tools up here, click on design. We want the file name. This is easier to do than it was in Word. It puts a little code in there with an ampersand, square brackets. That's how you usually identify a code in Excel. And that's going to put the file name in at the time that we print this out. As a matter of fact, if we click out of here, it'll probably put it in for us, and it does. That's a little bit easier to do than it is in Word, and it also will automatically update, unlike Word, where you have to force it to update by pressing F9. Okay, select a cell in the footer. Above the footer to deselect the footer area and view your file name. We've just done that. On the Page Layout tab, in the Page Setup group, click the Margins button, and we want to set our margins. And we want Custom Margins. And we want to go, this will take us to the Margins tab. We've got 4 tabs here in the Page Setup dialog box. And under Center on Page, down here, we want to center it horizontally, so it's centered left to right. Click OK. Click on the Normal button down here to go back to normal view. Notice that you have to be outside of the header or footer for that to work. If I'm in the header or footer and I click on it, nothing happens. But if I click on my data out here and then click on normal view, it takes me back to normal view, although it does leave the page breaks in here as dotted lines. And it says press Control Home to go to the top of the worksheet. And now I'm on the top of page 388. Click on the projected expenses chart. That's this one down here. And we're going to put a header and footer on this, and we're going to put the file name in the footer of this one just like we did before. So we can go to Format here, and we can go to the Home tab and go to Insert tab. Okay, finally got it. Click on Header and Footer, and what we want is a custom footer. This one works a little bit differently. But it still gives us the 3 groups. We want the file name, which is this item right here, and we want it in the left section. Click on OK, and click on OK again. And now, if we do a print preview, file name's in the lower right-hand corner. Okay, at the bottom part of 388, number 9, they want us to go to the Backstage view and put in the document stuff, and we're not going to do that on any of this. So we're going to go back to our normal view here in our 2 worksheets. And we're going to do a shift click down here to select both items. Notice up here it says group, and notice also that both of the tabs turn white. That's how you know that you've got multiple worksheets selected. And go to Print Preview. And it says page 1 of 2, and if I click on the arrow here, it'll take me to the other page, and I should see everything on my data worksheet here, and on both of them I've got the file name down at the bottom. And that is the end of project 3A, so this is the end of our video.